here at San Diego Comic-Con. It is preview night, and it is crazy. And we are going to sit and chat with Missy Suicide, who is the founder of SuicideGirls. And don't give me any nonsense that you don't know what SuicideGirls is, folks. But in case you don't, Missy, talk a little bit about SuicideGirls and all the different things you've got going on.
All right. We are a group of sexy women from around the world that have been taking pinup style photos since 2001. Mm-hmm. So for 14 years now.
Right. When you were 11, you started. Okay.
I wish. But and we also have produced a number of books, coffee table books, mm-hmm. movies, and our latest endeavor is the Blackheart Burlesque tour. Right,
which is actually having a performance at the House of Blues tomorrow night. So if you're watching this video, you already missed it. But isn't the next performance going to be in London? Am I correct?
Yeah, so we're going to be at the House of Blues in San Diego, and then we're going to go to London, and then we're touring 56 cities across the U.S. So you can get tickets at blackheartburlesque.com.
And that'll be through the rest of this year and into next?
Through the fall.
Through the fall,
yeah,
okay.
September to December.
No, you have to be on the road on Christmas. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. It's the entertainment business.
And we are just about to announce that we're going to be having a show in Santiago, Chile as well.
Wow, very nice.
In January.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as burlesque, and we've actually covered some Midwestern burlesque troupes, and a lot of people have a misconception what burlesque is. Some people think, oh, well, it's just strippers, and nothing could be further from the truth. It's actually a lot of social satire or pop culture satire.
Yeah, our whole show is pop culture referential, so everything that we like to geek out about, from video games to movies to TV shows, books, comic books, cartoons, you name it, and we've got some number that is pop culture themed in our repertoire.
Sure, right, and there's comedy.
Yeah, there's comedy. It's a fun. It's silly. It doesn't take itself too seriously.
But it's sexy too. Come on.
It's super sexy, and it's amazing choreography. The girls are super well trained dancers, and they practice, and it's amazing.
So just to kind of piggyback on that, a lot of people have burlesque troupes that are in their area and things like that, and a lot of times their shows are funny. They're great shows. What's going to make Blackheart Burlesque really stand out for folks?
We really mix. It's a really professional run show. It's full of pop culture references, but it's also the dancing is really incredible, and the production value, and it's so unique. You're gonna love it. It's impossible to leave without a smile.
Well, and you have to look at it's at the House of Blues, whereas a lot of burlesque troupes are kind of in, like performance theater spaces and things like that. So it must be pretty rocking to be at the House of Blues.
Yeah, we play like 1,000 to 1,250 seater venues. So
nice, very cool. Yeah. And we're going to check that out tomorrow night, and you're going to miss it, but you'll have an opportunity to check other shows in the future. You also have, don't you have a SuicideGirls comic from IDW?
We do, that Cameron Stewart and a bunch of other artists and authors wrote. Steve Niles worked on it as well. It's pretty exciting. We've been waiting for, it's like 2 years old now, and we've been waiting for Cameron to get a moment where he could write our next book.
Okay.
But he's so busy with like the Fight Club and Batgirl and all that business, but I want him to write it, so I'm trying to get everybody to convince him this year if you see him. So it's time for the Suicide Girl comic book.
You do have a lot of very, very attractive young women who could probably be very persuasive.
Yeah, they can be.
Cameron, just do the book, man, okay? That's all she's asking.
Super fun.
Anything on the future horizon that people can kind of keep an eye on? I mean, I know your website's going gangbusters.
Mm-hmm. We've got the fall tour that's coming up, so you can see us in your town. We've got...
Where is your town located? Is that Oregon or Washington?
My town is Portland, but...
I just left there yesterday. Flew down. Yeah, I was just up in Portland. I'm from Chicago.
Your town's in the Midwest.
Yeah, it's my kind of town, too. So you got the shows in the fall.
Shows in the fall. We've got a new book that will be coming out. We've got we're working on TV stuff. We're working on just our new movie's going to start airing soon. We've got
Sharknado 3.
Exactly, Sharknado 3. I'm writing a book. There's a lot going on.
Do you want to tease what the book's about?
It's about starting Suicide Girls. So,
which kind of segues into my final question that I would have, as far as with Suicide Girls. Website's a lot different than what people probably just assume if they're not overly familiar. And they probably sit there and think, well, what's the big deal? I could join Playboy.com or Penthouse.com or something. First off, what inspired you to create the website, and what sets you apart?
What inspired me to create the website was I saw these photos that Bunny Yeager had shot of Betty Page, and there was just something so beautiful about a woman being naked and free and not putting on airs for a man.
Mm-hmm. That being natural, being real, not airbrushed and everything.
Yeah, and I wanted to duplicate that with the girls that I thought were the most beautiful in the world. The girls that were pierced and tattooed. And in 2001, that was, not really present anywhere in media.
Yes.
It was, there was there were two types of beautiful. Either Kate Moss, stick thin, blonde.
Not a fan.
Or Pamela Anderson, buxom, silicone-enhanced, bouncing blonde.
Not much of a fan of that either.
Yeah, and so I was like...
And I'm straight, folks, I'm telling you, I don't like the sticks and I don't like the plastic, but...
There's so many different, there's so many different women that are beautiful for all of their unique qualities, and so I wanted to showcase them, and I created a community around them, which at the time was insane. Everybody was like, it's... who's going to want to keep their thoughts and feelings online? That means other people can find them. And
back in the day, who would want to do that?
Who would want to do that? That's
crazy. That'd be crazy, right?
Yeah. And it was before Twitter or MySpace or Facebook or Instagram or anything. And so it became this sort of niche community where people could be themselves and really express themselves. And if you ask any of the girls what their favorite part about being a Suicide Girl is, they're going to say the friends that they've made on the site.
Very nice.
So yeah, it's one of the most respectful communities online.
Which is important these days, because one of my big pet peeves is just how, I would never, even in my wildest imagination, ever think of emailing women, creative types, the kind of nonsense that they get. And it's sometimes I just thank God I'm a man, because I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to kind of fear turning my computer on. It's sickening to me.
As a journalist, if you were a woman, you would have so much hate thrown at you all the time. It's crazy. For sharing our opinions, we get spammed, and it's not right. But in our community, that is not a present thing, which,
Because you got this guy who's 7 foot tall, and he tracks the IP addresses of these people who would post it. It's the end of them.
No, it's a membership-based website, so I think that the membership fee keeps people...
The riffraff out?
Well, it also keeps, people... Because we have no problem zodding people, which is our phrase for, cutting them off, because I don't need your $4, for you to be a jerk.
Tool.
Yeah.
Yes.
On my site. And so that thread of getting your access taken away, I think keeps people really nice and sweet. And it's honestly such a supportive, awesome community to be a part of.
You're getting tears in your eyes. You're tearing up right.
Aww.
It's fantastic. Missy, thank you so much for taking some time out. It is already crazy. The doors have only been open for a few hours already.
I know. The lines, they've already cut off lines. It's crazy.
Yes. But before we go, let's make sure that if you're interested in learning more about the Blackheart Burlesque or Suicide Girls, or checking out the comic book or the coffee table books, and just seeing a lot of beautiful natural women, they should go to SuicideGirls.com. Any other websites to check out?
SuicideGirls.com, and if you want to come see the burlesque show, it's at BlackheartBurlesque.com.
Wonderful. Missy, thanks so much, and I hope you have a wonderful show.
Thank you.